It's 1:15. Oh, you're dressed?
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you wake me?
That's Dad's job.
This Year 10 timetable will take some getting used to. Friday. Oh, games. Now you won't forget your... Great.
New filing system or textbook example of short-term memory loss?
Sorry? Mum, I like.
Oh. Daisy! Your bag. Oh, and your mobile.
You're joking, right?
Oh, don't blame me. It's a school rule.
Yeah, but no one obeys it.
Oh, do I believe that?
Dad will let me have it.
Can you remind Claire and Zoe and the one with the hair that it's your sleepover this weekend? They must bring their sleeping bags.
And what clothes shall I tell them to bring?
I'll be wearing my new skirt. The one Dad let me buy for my birthday.
Look, I've got loads to do and be at the doctor's by 11:15.
Why? Is something wrong with you?
Oh, no, I'm fine.
Then why are you going?
Oh, you want to be late. Is that it? You want to get into trouble?
Like, why?
I'll tell you why. So you get put in the bottom sets, so you won't have to do any work. You'd like that.
You know what? You're pathetic.
Well, I think that went rather well.
Haven't you got anything better to do than hang around being smug?
You and I have not had a good chat since you came back from the disaster.
The disaster.
Is how you described your date with Jimmy.
Oh, that.
So, the next time he asks you out, you're gonna say...
Oh, Laura. Hey, I'm so sorry. I heard.
Yeah, I think half of Leatherbridge has. I'm up to here in TLC. I mean, much appreciated, etc., etc., but... Oh, you know, it's not as if I haven't been single before. I can hack it.
Good. And Daisy, is she coping?
Well, Daisy's Daisy. Being very grown up about it all.
How do I look? Wow.
No, I'm not seeing a doctor. I've got an appointment with the practice manager, Mrs. Parsons.
Oh, yeah, I'll introduce you. Julia Parsons, this is Laura Wakefield. She's got an appointment.
You know, this is not on. I very clearly told your area manager that I am not seeing reps this week.
I'm not a rep.
Mrs. Wakefield is Alex Wakefield's widow. Dr. Carmichael went to the funeral a month ago. He had a heart attack.
I'm so sorry. Oh, please forgive me. Whatever must you think of me? I'm so sorry. It's been so crazy here. You know, our mind's been, I am sorry.
Oh, tell me about it. If you're anything like me, there are times you think you're going...
No. Would you mind just giving me a moment?
Of course.
I need your requisition list finalised.
Yeah, I've done it.
I know you've done it, but you've got to sign it, remember?
I gave this to a jumble sale years ago.
That's where he went. You threw it away.
You know, I think sometimes you love that rugby club more than me.
Right, I'm sorry about that. Would you like to come through to my office? There we go. Okay, well, let me get this straight. If I understand you correctly, you would like to do something, you're not sure what yet, to commemorate Alex.
Well, commemorate's a bit strong. I thought maybe try and drum up a few quid for medical research. A fun run or something.
I mean, if it raises awareness, it could encourage more people to have regular medical checkups.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not suing. He says his death wasn't something that doctors could ever have foreseen.
He says?
He seems to talk to me more now that he's dead than he ever did when he was alive.
And you talk to him?
When I can get a word in edgeways.
So this is, to his ghost?
You believe in ghosts?
No, I don't.
Nor me. Obviously. It's just... on occasion it can seem as if he's as real as he ever was.
Look, Mrs. Wakefield, why don't you see one of our doctors? I mean, they could advise you on appropriate medication or counselling.
No, I'm not sure I want to be cured. You know, my granny went seriously, and she always seemed happy enough. I might let myself go the same way.
A psychological disorder is not a laughing matter, believe me. I had a friend who had problems, and it's fine now, of course, but it was very distressing at the time.
Sorry.
Fine.
Yes. No. When? Are you sure? I see. Well, I'll be there in half an hour. Yep, aye. My daughter's school. They don't know where she is.
You'll reference G243. The cottage? Yeah. I see. When exactly was that?
Pity you didn't turn up as promptly for parents' meetings when you were alive.
You're worried.
And I shouldn't be. She's changed, Alex. She really has. Sometimes she acts as if she's...
14? That's what she is now. Remember when you were that age?
I do. And that's why I'm worried. It's hard, having to do this parent bit all on my own. I've become mean and crabby. And all the things I promised myself I'd never be. And you'll never have to be now. You could have stayed alive just for her. I mean, surely that wasn't asking too much.
Actually, dropping dead of a massive heart attack wasn't one of the things on my to-do list.
Well, you hear about these kids going off the rails when a parent dies.
Daisy won't.
So where is she? You tell me that. I blame the school. The school that you, because you're so right on, insisted she came to. Discipline's rubbish. Half the teachers seem brain dead.
Great rugby tradition. 2 of last year's team play for us now.
Pity the pastoral care isn't as good.
Paul, it's me again. You really ought to check your voicemail occasionally. I need to talk to you urgently. Call me. Better still, call round. It's important.
You and I work with Jimmy every single day. We never guessed he had those kind of problems, which means he must be coping with them brilliantly. That's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah, he can cope, but what about me? It's not going to be easy. Maybe that's why his wife left him.
Is that what's bothering you, that he's been married?
No, it's just also weird. I mean, she was 20 years older than him. That's as old as Julia. Maybe he's got a thing for older women. I don't want to be dumped for an older model.
Eva wasn't that much older.
Yeah, she's a cop. CID. She must have been a tough cookie.
So he likes strong women. You're a strong woman in your way.
Yeah, but am I strong enough?
What, for Jimmy Clay?
Give her a ring. That'll put your mind at rest.
I can't, can I? I made her give me a mobile. I know I shouldn't have. I screwed up. Go on, say it. You know you want to. And you heard what her friend said. She sneaked off to meet someone. Wearing those tarty clothes you let her buy with her birthday money.
They're not tarty clothes. It's what young women are wearing these days. That's what she is now, a woman. Our Daisy went and grew up on us.
So I'm not supposed to care that she could be anywhere with anybody?
Laura, you're just catastrophising. Whatever she's up to, you'll be able to cope. You always have, you always will. And just relax, relax, and take a long and lazy think.
Maybe she came home to talk to me. I gave her a lift, so she knows I'm not there. So she'd go to my office. No, because she knew I wasn't at work today. I told her I was going to the mill. She wouldn't have gone there, would she? It's worth a try.
Look, if she is at the mill, go softly, softly. You start reading the riot act to her, she'll clam up.
I am not going to be lectured on parenting by an absentee dad who's as absolutely absent as is utterly possible to be.
I was always there for her.
But you're not anymore! Don't you get it? You are the past tense. You're dead. D-E-A-D. You're the one in the box in that ghastly crematorium. You are the ashes I scattered on that dreary rugby pitch. You don't exist. Except as a psychological problem.
You want me to go?
Yes! Oh.
I'm sorry, we're closed. Oh, Mrs. Wakefield, is there any news?
No.
Oh, hello again.
Hi, love. Daisy's gone AWOL from school. She hasn't been here, has she?
No, sorry, I can ask around.
I don't know where else to go. Do you think I should inform the police?
I think it's a bit too soon for that.
I'm not catastrophising. I always have coped, and I always will be able to.
Yes, I'm sure, but I did suggest that you spoke to one of our doctors.
My daughter's gone missing, so you think I should get some pills for it?
Kids bunk off all the time. We used to go to the cinema and the teachers never found out. And then my mum was emptying my pockets while doing the washing and found the ticket stubs.
Yeah, my pockets. It's an idea. Thanks, Jerry. Thank you. Two bus tickets. This one says August 26th. August 19th. Well, what do you make of it? Alex? Yes. Could you tell me, please, the stops on the route of the 127? Yes. Yep. Sorry?
So, what's so important then, eh?
I'm phoning the estate agent. I spoke to him earlier about the cottage.
You did?
He said it had been sold.
Really?
3 months ago.
Well, it's probably some mix-up.
I'm sure you can sort it out. Oh, hello, Mr. Elton. Yeah, it's me again. I'm ringing about the cottage in Maston Green. That's right. Could you hold a second? Tell him how you went into the office. When was it? About a week ago? And picked up a spec for a cottage that had been sold in May. Ask for an explanation. Kick up a fuss. Tell him how much you wanted to buy it for us.
I doubt if it would do much good. It's probably best just to forget it.
Sorry, Mr. Elton. Sorry for bothering you. I think I've made a mistake.
Okay, so Jimmy's not the typical boy next door. When have you ever been attracted to the typical boy next door?
Yeah, but look what happened last time. My Mr. Right ended up being Mr. Couldn't Be Wronger. I'd be crazy to let that happen again.
Exactly.
Simon, I've got the test results back for Barney Featherstone. Fascinating. You should come and have a look.
Thank you.
What are you doing on the weekend?
I'm seeing friends.
All weekend? Okay.
But I'm free all of next week.
Great. Maybe we could arrange to meet up?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I just happened to see the cottage in the estate agent's window.
Months ago! So you picked up a spec and filed it away for the next time I got restless.
It wasn't like that.
And the moment I mentioned the Lethbridge job, abracadabra, a rabbit out of a hat.
There'll be other cottages, nicer cottages.
That's not the point, and you know it.
Honestly, Elaine, if you could hear yourself.
I dreamt about the cottage last night. You and me in the garden. The garden I'd designed. That's why I phoned the agent. I may as well have phoned Cloud Cuckoo Land.
Okay, Elaine, I apologise.
There's no need. I don't blame you. I blame myself for not facing the obvious truth that the only thing you've brought to this relationship is a string of glib promises you've no intention of keeping.
I've always been honest with you. You've always known about Deborah and Nicholas. And don't pretend the arrangement didn't suit you. It's not as if you wanted children. You said so often enough. No, you had the best of both worlds. A man who comes running every time you pick up the phone, and all the advantages of being single.
Well, the arrangement doesn't suit me anymore. I always put you first. Maybe I wanted you just once to do the same for me.
Elaine. We'll talk about this later, okay?
There won't be a later, Paul.
Oh, here we go again. Is it going to be like the last time, when you phoned me 2 days later at 3 a.m. begging to talk?
No. I'll be out of your life for good. I mean it.
Well, it's your decision.
Yes, it is. And it's final.
So, are you going to tell me, or will I need the thumbscrews?
I had to bunk off. What other chance will I get to come here? This weekend, you've organised a sleepover. Next weekend, you're dragging us off to Auntie Mo's. You're trying to pack so much to doing into our life that there's no time for him.
Auntie Moore's getting us tickets for Mamma Mia.
You just don't get it, do you?
I've, been sitting in the car. Look, the business with the cottage was thoughtless, but please believe me, I wasn't trying to trick you. I'd never do that.
It's me that should say sorry. I've always known our relationship wasn't going to change. So much for happy ever after.
It could still happen. I mean it.
I know you do. You always mean what you say when you say it. Whether it's to me or to Deborah.
That's not fair.
You're a good man. That's why you can't ever bring yourself to leave her. Or why you can't bring yourself to tell me the truth. That you know your life would be a lot easier if you didn't have to put up with a needy neurotic expecting more from you than you can ever possibly give.
I love you.
And I love you. We could go on talking forever. Believe me, I'd love to. But all the talk in the world won't change the fact that we both know what we've got to do. Goodbye, Paul. If you could leave my key.
If you change your mind.
When I was like year 2 or something, on Saturday afternoons, you thought Dad was taking me to the park to do kid stuff. But he'd bring me here to watch the match. And they'd score, he'd be, yes. When they were rubbish, he'd yell swear words that I didn't think parents were supposed to know.
Yes, he knew quite a few of them.
I'd always stand exactly here. Because he always had to stand
Exactly on the halfway line.
How do you know that?
Because long before you were born, Saturday afternoons, on this very touchline is where we did our courting. Oh yes. Watching the second 15s in a howling gale was your dad's idea of giving a girl a good time.
You're talking about him. Ever since he died, you've avoided it. It's been as if he'd never existed.
Daisy, I just thought the less I banged on about him, the easier it would be for you.
So you're not trying to forget him?
Forget your dad? Oh, there are times when it feels as if he's still here. Sorry, love. Don't even try to understand.
But I do.
It's getting right, Parky. Winter draws on. Daisy, did you hear him just say that?
Don't be stupid.
Yeah. That would be stupid.
I miss him, Mum. Very much.
It's not easy, is it? But we'll cope. We always have, and we always will. Looks great.
So, you decide that Jimmy is another Mr. Couldn't Be Wrongers. What do you say to him? I'm free all next week.
We'll just go for a drink. It's no big deal.
Honestly, I can't keep up with you.
Well, maybe he's not as messed up as I thought he was. I need to find out.
And how are you going to do that?
I don't know. We've got to think of a way of testing him.
We?
Yeah. Come on. Don't be miserable. We've got all weekend to think of something.
Hello? Oh, Elaine! Excellent! That's wonderful news. I'm really looking forward to working with you. Well, we all are.
Thank you, Heston. OK. I'll see you then. Bye.
Verity the Viper and her poison pen letters. Not at it again, is she?
Take a look at this.
This is about me coming on too strong the other day.
Well, there were two of us getting it wrong.
Okay.
Look at that. That's the first time I've ever seen her ruffled.
Don't.
Everything okay, Miss Glaze?
Mother and baby are doing fine. It's everyone else.